it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You're going to Subway. Sub-Zero.
Subway is open 24 hours. Like, people kill me when they say things like that, because it's like Subway is open 24 hours for a reason. So that when you're hungry at night and you ain't got no food, you go to Subway.
Smollett says he was approached by two men yelling out racial and homophobic slurs. Investigators say he was attacked.
Jussie Smollett is a very famous French actor. He was in Chicago late at night and was the victim. When he was walking down the street late at night, two white men came out of the shadows with MAGA hats on and beat him up.
An unknown chemical substance was poured on him, police adding at some point one of them wrapped a rope around the victim's neck.
Tied a rope around his neck, called him all kinds of niggas, and put some bleach on him and ran off into the night. This shit was like international news. He said he's walking down the street in Chicago and white dudes come up to him and say, "Hey man, aren't you that faggot nigger from Empire?" Fuck? Does that sound like how white people talk? I know white people. They don't talk like that. "Are you that faggot nigga from Empire?" They would never say that. It sounds like something that I would say. And everybody was furious, especially in Hollywood.
In terms of connecting the dots, in terms of what happened the other day to Jussie, I don't know him personally. I send all of my love. Connect the dots. This is what happens.
It's taken me a minute to come to social media about this because, Jussie, you are my son. You didn't deserve, nor anybody deserves, to have a noose put around your neck, to have bleach thrown on you, to be called die, faggot, nigger, or whatever they said to you.
I just want to say this to little brother Jussie, that as a black man in this country, that I'm down with you. And I know a lot of brothers that's down with you. This is about coming to the aid of another brother that has tasted the brutality of hatred, racism, and bigotry. So we down with you, Jussie Smollett. However you want to handle this, we down with you.
And hopefully this just opens up people's eyes. It's just what needs to stop, man. God damn, why are we going backwards? We're going backwards. It's sad.
It's all over everybody's Twitter feed and Instagram page. Justice for Jussie and all this shit.
Yeah, you don't buy that story.
What?
What happened?
Nah, man. Come on. First of all, racist people don't be jumping nobody in the polar vortex. Because it was like 10 seconds of footage, and then he disappears for like 2 seconds. Then he reappears with the noose on his neck, still holding the Subway sandwich. He ain't let that Subway sandwich go.
None of these details added up at all.
It feels like if I had said it was a Muslim or a Mexican or someone black, I feel like the doubters would have supported me a lot more. And that says a lot about the place that we are in our country right now.
This announcement today recognizes that Empire actor Jussie Smollett took advantage of the pain and anger of racism to promote his career.
This wise guy, Jussie Smollett, who beat up himself.
You're not a victim of a racial hate crime. You're not a victim of homophobic hate crime. You're just a charlatan pretending to be a victim of a hate crime.
The actor sentenced by a judge to 30 months of felony probation, 150 days in a Cook County jail, along with a fine. He was convicted last year of staging a racist and homophobic attack on himself and then lying about it to Chicago police. And the point that they seem to be, or the judge seemed to be making, was the wheels of justice turn slow. His sentence starts now. This appeal process could take a while. At that point, he'll be out of jail in 150 days.
I am not suicidal. Stop laughing about black. I am not suicidal, and I am innocent.
12 seconds later.
Jussie, anything you want to say for yourself? Man, this is some bullshit!
Senator, you called the alleged attack on Jussie Smollett a modern-day lynching when it happened. Now police sources are telling many networks that Mr. Smollett is under potential investigation for, concocting a story and paying these men. Is it time to revisit what you said about these remarks? What is your feeling on potential hoax hate crimes in general?
Well, the information's still coming out, and I'm going to withhold until all the information actually comes out from on-the-record sources. We know in America that bigoted and biased attacks are on the rise in a serious way. And we actually even know in this country that since 9/11, the majority of the terrorist attacks on our soil have been right-wing terrorist attacks, the majority of them white supremacist attacks.
Holy jumping fucking shitballs. Dumber than a second coat of paint.
Which tweet? What tweet?
About saying that it is a modern day lynching, that Jussie Smollett.
Okay, so I will say this about that case. I think that the facts are still unfolding, and I'm very...
We got some dumbass motherfuckers floating around this country. Dumbass motherfuckers, you know?